Pearson's going to be a busy place in the coming days. Well, the Integrated Security Unit is working to provide a safe and secure environment for the G20 Summit. CP24's G20 special correspondent Craig Kielburger of Free the Children. He joins us now live with more on this. Craig, let's talk about this. It's the cornerstone, really, of everything that we've been covering, the ISU. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, the ISU is something not necessarily familiar to most Torontonians, but it's the coalition including the RCMP, the OPP, Peel Regional, Toronto, the Canadian Forces. It's what's coordinating the effort. In fact, as we've woken up in the city and seen those added officers on our street, these are the three agencies represented here today to speak with us. The first, Wendy Drummond, who's speaking to us on behalf of the Toronto Police. And Wendy, when these summits take place, stereotypes always abound. You have the stereotype of the violent protester and also sometimes the stereotype of the cold or unfeeling police officer. And we'd love to hear your thoughts of, are you concerned that this will create that type of stereotype with so many police on the streets of Toronto and as we see the days unfold?
Absolutely not. As some of you know, yesterday we did have a protest in and around Allen Gardens that made itself mobile in throughout Yonge Street. We have what's called as a community relations group. These members are police officers made up from the Integrated Security Unit. They've been dealing with a lot of the protest groups and working with them. And our bottom line is we want to have a safe event for everyone. During the protest, there was a lot of communications between the group and the CRG members, and they were able to answer a lot of questions that the protesters had, work with them, and explain to them why there's so many officers, why the bicycles are protecting them and separating them from the traffic. Our whole goal here is to make sure everybody is safe, and we'll continue to work with all protest groups to ensure their safety.
Wendy, on behalf of Toronto Police, we also are joined by Carolyn Poulin with the RCMP. And Carolyn, if I may ask, how do you balance the job of protecting the President of the United States, world leaders, with also ensuring democratic freedom, the right to protest?
Well, we respect the right of freedom and protest for every Canadian citizen, but the RCMP is also responsible for the safety and security of internationally protected person while they're in Canada. So it's a balance.
Indeed. And a third agency representing here today, Michelle Murphy, joins us from the OPP, which is taking the lead in Huntsville, which of course will be the first site we'll see the G8 leaders descend. Now, I've been to Huntsville many times. It's a quaint place, it's a beautiful place, it's a small place.
It is a small place.
And I say that because when you're looking at your job and ensuring the security, you have to coordinate with neighbors, community members. Many of these, the protesters are community members, are neighbors. How do you find and how do you prepare officers who sometimes deal with criminals and those violent elements to help coordinate security and to help ensure the protection of the protesters also and the individuals inside when you're dealing with community members, when you're dealing with neighbors, when you're dealing with ordinary individuals?
Well, the protesters, if it's a peaceful protest, they're fine, and we just stay there and watch and make sure that they're following the rules of the law, like the law of the land. So once they go outside of that, if it gets violent, then we deal with them like we do any other violent or disruptive person, and it's just policing.
Well, in the coming days, we'll see these faces and many others on the Toronto streets, and of course, Huntsville, between G8 and G20. These are the officers and the individuals keeping us safe and sound. Back to you, Melissa.
Craig, thank you very, very much. Interesting perspective to hear from them. Thank you.
Thank you.